I'd like to talk about the role of the media in the election process and do it in the context of a critical distinction that we need to make between appearance and reality. So let's talk for a minute about reality. The reality of the election is determined by actual votes cast. And not only actual votes cast, but legal votes cast. Illegal votes, invalid votes, don't count. That's what determines the election itself. But now you've got all this media rigmarole that pretends like the media gets to, quote, call the election or project the winner. So here's, for example, the Fox News election desk projecting that the Republicans will lose seats in the House.
The Fox News decision desk can now project that Democrats will retain control of the House of Representatives and expand their majority by at least 5 seats. That's a major boost for Democratic House Speaker Nancy Pelosi.
But what's the reality? The reality is that when the votes are added up, Republicans are gaining seats in the House, and not 1 or 2, probably something closer to 10 or 11. So that's minus 10 for the Democrats and plus 10 for the Republicans. The Republicans are close to actually taking the House, which they well might do in the midterm. CNN, the other networks project that Trump loses the election, and Fox News projects that Trump has lost Arizona. Now let's think about it. There's an Arizona recount underway that is so close. It could come down to within a few hundred votes. As I speak, Trump is behind by about 10,000 votes in Arizona, with about 25,000 votes uncounted as of yet. So Trump might lose Arizona, but the whole notion that Fox could have projected at the outset that he lost it is ridiculous. They were hoping, you might say, that appearance automatically translates into reality. The reality is Trump is the president. He will remain the president until Inauguration Day at least. He has legal challenges. Now the media goes, I see the big headline in the New York Times, election officials around the country agree that there's no systematic fraud. First of all, of course, election officials agree. They're the ones running the process. This is like the heads of all the mafia crime syndicates agree that there's no such thing as organized crime. The real issue is not whether election officials agree, but whether courts agree and whether the Supreme Court agrees. And here's the most egregious cut of all. I just saw this today on Facebook. So Facebook has taken President Trump's page and demoted him. They've changed his title. He's no longer president of the United States. He is now political candidate. See for yourself. Now, this is flat out misinformation. Trump is the president. He's the president now. He'll remain the president. Did they do this to Obama when Obama became a, quote, lame duck after the election once Trump was elected? Did they remove Obama's title as president and maybe put him as ex-president or basically just citizen? No, I'm quite sure they didn't. So what you have here is the sheer chutzpah, the dishonest chutzpah of the media, including digital media. We've come to a sorry pass in American politics, and we've got to think hard about how we go forward. We're not going to be able to do it with the media we have. We really need a new media to supplant it.